What is up? How is the Angel Army today? We are getting ready for our week 2 game coming up here. But first, before we do any of that, we have to go over week 1 here, which was easily the best performance of any team this week. That was Angel City's big 4-0 win over the Chicago Stars. I see him using ESPN stuff as kind of the guiding post here just because they have a lot of the back and forth. This was quite a enjoyable game to watch here. I was really disappointed I couldn't do live, but I would have been like coughing through every 2 to 3 minutes. It would have been a rough watch for all of you. But yeah, it was utter domination here of the team who took last a year ago and will likely be doing the same this year. If Chicago starts going on a tear, then we might have to rethink the entire layout of the league here because this was dominant. Was really happy to see BMO Stadium again. Nice to see the crowd out there. Unfortunately, just too much going on to be making it. Even if I didn't have the hours to go on the whole gas situation and the pricing makes wanting to drive out a complete nightmare. But yeah, anyway, once we get there, I thought Victory Plus did a pretty good job of running its broadcast. So very solid work on their part. We had a shot very early on, but yeah, see, we started early on, kept getting shots. Within the first 12, we had already had two solid ones here. And then I remember this one, 20th minute, very much a concern there, seeing Lopez from Chicago getting an open look here. In this early first 30 minutes, there was a lot of open opportunities, more for Angel City than for Chicago, but it was enough that there was nerves. It was definitely feeling like a nervy kind of game as they were trying to get stuff down. But luckily, once things got going, things started to get pretty fun pretty quickly. 33rd minute, Kennedy Fuller getting the goal with Ari Borges as the assist there. First goal of the year. I was actually not expecting it to happen at that moment. I had just actually gotten up because while the game was going, we also had a few different other games active. They're trying to adjust the TV, and I just barely got around to see the goal, so I had to rewind the video, see what led up to it. It was one of those ones where, blink and you'll miss the opportunity, and they took it. It was awesome. Good way to start. We do see within a few minutes, yellow card here, Franklin from Chicago. Bay Franklin, very solid player for them. Just trying to be aggressive on this one, trying to get something to happen, and it just wasn't manifesting. You can definitely tell Chicago needs its full roster and then probably at least 3 more players. It was difficult to sit through, at least on their part. And so going through the half, I kept looking for that second goal. It just didn't happen there. I was glad though that they at least made it to halftime 1-0. I get it, first half of the season, you're trying to just get yourself settled, but you don't want to keep a team hanging around either, especially when you had played a fairly dominant first half. They had been controlling things pretty well the whole way. And then you get in a little bit later on. Luckily, things get very fun very quickly. 53rd minute, you see Evelyn Shores getting the header off the play. And I enjoyed seeing this because it was off of the corner. And yeah, it was a set play. It didn't come necessarily 100% clean, but it worked to what it needed to. So I was I'm very much enjoying seeing that happen. Uh, the set plays already working, things moving well, teams starting to be a lot more in sync. Already, I can say this: the coaching looks so much better now that there's been a full year of and a full off season to get ready. This team actually looks like they have more of a plan. The roster seems to be coming together pretty well. This is going to be one of the most improved teams, and I absolutely expect them to be fighting for one of those 5 through 8 spots here. Really, any of the four this year. It's going to be a test because if you've watched my recap videos, I think it can go as far as the 11th or 12th position with solid teams here. So can't be taking nights off, but they looked ready for this one. I'm hoping that's going to carry through for even more of their games. On the run through the 60th through the 70th, we get 2 more goals, lead doubles. This thing gets ugly very quickly. Savi King returning. Everyone from Angel City happy to see her back and does a great job there, just getting a opportunity, and then it opens up the chance for Ari Borges to get her first goal in the Angel City uniform. And 3-0. At this point, game's pretty much busted. I was starting to look through other things, and then was glad I hadn't completely tuned out because 70th minute, Mayara rack in the 4th goal here. She'd already been banging on the door a few times. Glad to see her punch one in here. And yeah, just great effort all around. Just 4 goals, 4 different people. And shockingly, none of them were Riley Tiernan. That's a great sign. Like, Savi King and Riley Tiernan did not register a goal. Either one of them, and yet team was still able to dominate, which if you have a lot of people who can attack and you have to pay attention to a lot of people, that's going to affect how the game plans work. Having a lot of people who can attack changes the entire landscape of a game. And so, yeah, as we looked at here, formations that game, both were running the 4-2-3-1 with functionally you have the 4 in the backfield, 2 defensive mids, 3 attacking mids, and then the striker. And yeah, it was a really nice setup there. Like, pretty much the entire set of the lines of the midline showing what they can do, showing that they're very capable. So I'm very interested in seeing what we get out of this season as they are looking to play tougher and tougher opponents here. I'm going to build myself back up here. Hold up. All right. Yeah, coming up this week, Angel City's big one is a much better test of what they can do. They're going up to Northern California, where they will be playing Bay FC, who is coming off of 2-1 victory themselves. Those who watched the recap already know I was pretty impressed by how dominant they were. That said, there are limits to it. They were playing an expansion team, and the expansion team had a red card right at the end of the first 30 minutes. So up to that point, it had been a fairly equal game. And then even in that last 60, they only managed 1 immediate goal and then kind of shut it down. A lot of shots, but not a lot of goals out of it. So it's something to be mindful of. I'm curious now that if they face a team with a little more capability, what is this actually going to look like? Both teams were playing weaker opponents there. Only one of them actually managed to dominate, like on the score on the final score sheet. So does that mean Angel City is better at finishing, more capable than Bay at that? We'll find out if everything shakes out the way it does. I will be going live for that one specifically. I am very much optimistic for seeing what Angel City is capable of. and I want to know what Bay FC is capable of. These are two teams that I think have the potential to be challenging for playoff spots, and we should see that in this opener. Bay, especially since they're at home. Angel City, this will be their first trip away, so we'll see how they are prepared to handle things away from home. And yeah, I'm looking forward to just being able to talk about this next week. Hopefully, I'll have some notes prepped where I can kind of really go into things. I was doing a live Blue Sky doing this first one, so I kind of didn't get to write a lot down because I was going back and forth. My attention was everywhere in that thing. So, yeah, I'll have some stuff written here. I'll have some more thoughts this go around. So, hopefully, you enjoyed this first entry, and we can talk more about what we can expect next week here. All right. I will talk to you all soon, and go Angel City.